Welcome everyone. Welcome to another amazing timer from the Zomi DG services. Today we'll be coming with something really interesting. Today we'll be looking at blogging, and this is due to popular demand. Most people have been asking for a blogging video for beginners, for first timers. So that's why I am doing this training right away. Before we go through what we have in store today, please try to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Zomi DG Services. Subscribe and share. It's really helpful a lot. As always, my name is Obara Miracle from the Zomi DG Services. Without wasting much of our time, today we'll be looking at blogging for beginners. Blogging for beginners, and it's a whole lot. Blogging is a whole lot when it comes to making money online, or when it comes to writing about what you are passionate about. One thing that comes in mind is blogging. Now let's begin on a very simple way. Now let's move. Now, blogging, blogger, are they the same? So many people have asked me this question over and over again, asking me what is a blog, what is the meaning of blogging, who is a blogger. Now, are they the same? The answer is no, they are not the same. There are three words that are interlinked to one another, but they mean different things. So as I always like to do, I would start from the basic, and the basic is we will look at what is a blog. I gave a very simple definition, straightforward, no much beating around the bush. It's straightforward and easy to understand. Now we have a very amazing definition here. A blog, mostly called web blog, is a type of website published on the World Wide Web that is like a diary or journal publication. In simple terms, a blog is simply an interactive diary style type of website. What it means is a blog is a type of website that you must consider. It's a type of website that is all about writing, giving information. It could be about your experience, it could be about your life, it could be about whatever that amazing story. The best way to tell that story is through blog, and it's simple. It is simple, and that's all I can say about blog. Just know a blog is a type of website, one, and it is in the form of a diary or journal publication. That's it, and it must be interactive. That's one thing that differentiates blog with any other type of website. A blog is interactive. It is highly interactive. Now let's move to blogging. Blogging simply is the process of writing a blog, which I say that a blog is an online journal in which you share your thoughts about a particular subject with readers. If you've forgotten everything you've done so far, one, you should have this at the back of your mind, that a blog is a type of website that is typical of an online journal. That is what I want you to note. I'm taking it bit by bit for us to understand where we are heading to. Now, blogging is the process of writing a blog. Very simple. Very simple. Blogging is the process of writing a blog. Now let's look at a blogger. Sorry, I made a mistake here. A blogger That is not blood. It's supposed to be blogger. I made a mistake. A blogger is a person who writes blog. Now we've understand these three concepts: what a blog means, what is blogging, and who is a blogger. So simply put, if you have a blog, when you write or post something in the blog, that process is known as blogging. And you as an individual, if someone were to ask you what you do for a living, you can proudly tell that person, I am a blogger. Now we would look at how to begin the process of being a blogger and others. I will explain all that in this video. Now just take it bit by bit. We understand what a blog is, what is blogging, and who is a blogger. Now let's move to something really interesting. Now, types of blog, types of blogging. Now this is a very dicey one because we have 1,001, but they are broken down into two: formal and informal blogging. So any type of blog you think of in the whole world is under these two categories I made mention of: the formal and informal blogging. But the four common types of blogging are: 1, personal blog; 2, business blog; 3, niche blog; and 4, affiliate blog. This affiliate blog is new to the market, but it has a whole lot of opportunities in it to aspiring bloggers, especially affiliate blog. I would advise you to delve into affiliate blogging, although it's not easy, but it is learnable. Now let's move to explain each of these type of blogging one after the other, so you know which one you would like to go into. Now let's look at them. Now, personal blog, this is the oldest and first kind of blog. Basically, I call it blogging for passion, even though it can be monetized. It is basically blogging about your thoughts, piece of advice, opinion, unforgettable experience, or daily life. This is what personal blog is all about. Basically, you telling your own story to your audience. That is what personal blog is all about. There is no big English, no big grammar. It's simply blogging about your own personal experience. It could be your idea, your opinion about something, anything, but it just has to do with you. This kind of blogging is usually mad with emotions and others compared to the other one. And the rule is basically no rules. It's basically blogging from your heart. By the definition, you will definitely know that this kind of blog falls under informal blogging. You will definitely know that from the definition and from the instances I gave. Now let's look at business blog. These are business blog. Basically, these are business oriented. They are business oriented. Basically, a lot of mistake. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Bloggers here tends to write about topics that are work related, and the aim is to generate leads to their business. This type of blogging requires professional way of writing. What I mean, and please, I made a mistake here. These are business oriented. It simply means the blog is business oriented, or I forgot to put this as business oriented blog, but just have that at the back of your mind. Now this type of blog requires a professional way of writing, so it's not like the personal blog that you just write from your heart. This type of blog have lay down rules and regulations that you must follow while blogging. Why writing? Basically, sorry, why writing? So we've known what a personal blog is, we've known what a business blog is, we've known that the personal blog falls under informal blog, why the business blog falls under formal blog. And the aim of a business blog is simply to generate leads to your business. Now this is another amazing field in blogging that you may like to venture into, especially those who are in the corporate world. This is another amazing field you would like to venture into. Now the next one is really interesting to be what our focus will be, as in our whole focus will be on the next blogging I will be explaining now. And pay keen interest please, because it is really important. Now, niche blog. Now, niche blog, what is a niche blog? This is a blog targeted at a specific topic. Oh, so many mistakes. I really apologize for that again. This is a blog targeted at specific topic. And a good example of niche blog is food blogs, music blogs, movies, gossip blogs. And a simple advice that I give: if you want to make money as a professional blogger, then niche blog is your sure bet. And I will say that without any fear or doubt, even though affiliate blog takes a large chunk of money making. But if you want to make money as a professional blogger, niche blog is your sure bet. I will explain niche and others when the time comes, but for now we are explaining the type of blog. One would ask, niche blog, does it fall under informal or formal? It is in between. I really can't say if it is formal or informal, depending on who has the blog or what you are. Basically, depend on your niche. That's all I can say. It's depending on your niche. There are some niche that will require your blog to be formal because of your niche. I would explain niche for those trying to wrap their mind around niche. I would explain that. I promise before the class runs out, I would explain what a niche is. But our main focus will be on niche blog. Now let's move to the last but not the least, affiliate blogs. This kind of blogs are built to generate commission through affiliate marketing. If you watch my previous video on affiliate marketing, you would get a grasp of what affiliate marketing is all about. But this blog is all about blogging to generate commission through affiliate marketing. The affiliate blogger writes product reviews that are convincing to prospective buyers and gets paid after sales. I would say this is the most technical aspect of blogging. My own opinion though, it's my personal opinion, but I've done the whole personal blog, business blog, niche blog, but affiliate marketing to me is the most technical aspect of blogging, because you must have copyright skills, you must have a little bit of digital marketing skills, you also must have a little knowledge on search engine optimization. All this I would explain in the coming videos. Now, the demand here is huge and the demand here is high and the pay is huge. I would say that without any fear or doubt. If you want to make money, like tons of cash in blogging, affiliate blogging should be your main target. But if you want to just blog with your passion or what you do, niche blogging or personal blogging is your. So we've said so much about personal blog, business blog, niche blog, affiliate blog was the last one we talked about. So next we'll be moving very very fast, even though I'm trying to take everything slow, but for the sake of our time, so that we'll cover what we have in store today in this our training on blogging. Now let's move to something you and I have been salivating for. When I say salivating, I am not mincing words. This is the interesting part. Sorry. How to build a blog. Step by step niche to newbies or simply beginners. This now we are entering the business of the day proper. How to build a blog. What and what do you need to put in place before you can have your own blog? But before we start, don't forget a blog is a type of website that is diary styled and highly interactive. So it's a website. If you watch my previous video on website development, one, domain name and hosting plan. You must have that for your blog. I would be explaining that also here, but it won't be as detailed as my previous video. So you can go to our YouTube channel and check how to develop a website from scratch. You will see that video there too. Now let's move at step one. Niche. You remember not quite long I talked about niche blog, that it is my advice that if you want to make money as a blogger professionally, then niche blog is your sure bet. I'm sure most of you still remember. Now let's look at niche. The first step involved in creating your blog is pick a niche. A niche is a specialized topic area that you will be focusing on when writing. Somebody would ask me, niche and passion, are they the same thing? Well, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So depending on how you are seeing it, but niche is the same thing as passion, but it goes an extra step because passion is never enough. Don't quote me wrong, but just the first step involved in blogging is simply pick a niche, or picking a niche that you would be focused on. That is the best way to start. Pick a niche. Now let's look at something else. Before picking a niche, you must put some things into consideration. This is like a brotherly advice from me to you. Pick a niche you are passionately and actively talking about. If you check most training materials on blogging, they will tell you should pick a niche that you are passionate about, but that's not true. It's true in a way, but it's not true to an extent. You might be passionate about something, but you lack knowledge about the thing and you lack experience. So if you are picking a niche that you are passionate about, then you must be actively talking about the niche. That's as simple as that. Like, if you love football, for one, it is not enough you just loving football. To be actively talking about football, it means you would want watch football, read football newspaper, go to football websites and others to be updated about the latest happening in the world of football. Now that's what I mean passionately and actively talking about. Now it's two things. You should blog what you are knowledgeable about and what you are passionate about. Now these two key things are the ingredients for you being a successful blogger. Another thing to consider when picking a niche, I hope we understand what a niche is. For the sake of reference, let's go back. A niche is a specialized topic area that you are focused on, that you will be focusing on, when writing content. That's what a niche is. Your focal point. That is what a niche is basically. And as you can remember, it was among the type of blogging I made mention of, that if you want to make money professionally as a blogger, then niche blog is your sure bet. Now, when picking a niche, do a market research to know the profitability of your niche. Do a research to know how profitable that thing you are going into is. Just do a market research to know the profitability of your niche. And also, do this market research should also take your attention to the demand of your niche. Pick a niche that has large audience, because you're making money from blogging is dependent on traffic and audience. I must be frank with you. Whatever method you know that you can make money from blogging, it depends on great content, your audience, and the demand for your niche. Put these three things at the back of your mind, because it will be useful to you someday. Now, the last thing to consider when picking a niche, choose a small niche to avoid competing with already established websites with large audience. Now, this is to avoid competition, and as a starter, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money to keep up with the competition with the already established websites who are well known. Now, like in Nigeria, when it comes to gossip entertainment blog, two sites comes in mind: Linda Ikeji blog and Nide.com. These are already established websites with large market audience. When it comes to forum, Nairaland comes in mind. That is all it's about. So for you to keep up with the competition with these guys, you might end up spending more than you are earning, and that's not the right way to start as a starter in the field of blogging. So that's my simple brotherly advice. But you must pick a niche that you are passionate about and you are actively talking about and you are knowledgeable about. Passion is never enough. That's all I can say. You must be knowledgeable about the niche you are going into, and you must be passionate about it as well. So that's all. But don't forget that step one is pick a niche. That's the first step if you want to start blogging. Pick a niche. It's simple. Now we are moving to the next step. Choose a domain name and a hosting plan. I explained this in my previous video about web development for beginners. A domain name is basically would be the address of your website, while a web hosting or a web host enables your blog to be seen on the internet. That's simple. If you need more knowledge about domain name and web hosting services, you can go to YouTube and watch our video on developing your first website. I really recommend that video. Now, the step 2 is choosing a blog name. And one advice I always give while choosing a blog name is to try as much as you can to choose a name that tells what your blog is all about. For instance, if you run a food blog, Advisably, your blog name should be, I'm giving an example here, Miracles Kitchen. That kind of scenario, it should tell a little about what your blog is about. If your blog is about football, it should be something related to sports or whatever. That's a candid advice. Secondly, your blog domain name should be as short as possible. That's another advice I always give. If you give me a long blog name, I would click on it because you told me to. Ordinarily, typing it is very difficult because I know. So most people don't have that patience. Try as much as you can to make your blog name as short can be. Now about web hosting. Let me see if okay. About web hosting, there are things I do advise in web hosting. Basically, there are two types of web hosting. There is the free web hosting and the paid web hosting. Now, for the sake of being professional, I would make mention of only the free web hosting. An example is blogger.com. It's a nice place to start developing your blog. Blogger.com. WordPress is also a nice place to get hosting services. They are free. You can start with them. But if you want to go into professional blogging, I would advise you purchase a domain name and get a web hosting service. I would explain how to do that in the next video. I definitely promise to do that, especially because I want you to learn it, practice it, and teach others about it. That's my aim. Learn, practice, and teach. That's what will give me the ultimate satisfaction. And if you haven't gotten the PDF file on blogging, it's a whole lot. We can't cover blogging in just few minutes. Also contact submitdjservices@gmail.com to get the PDF file. I highly recommend that PDF file on blogging. It encompasses a whole lot. Now we are moving to the next step. Step 2. Choose a blogging platform for your blog. What it's all about is simply choose a platform that you will be blogging in. There are 1001 platforms to start blogging after getting your domain name and your web hosting services. The number one I would recommend for anybody who wants to start blogging is WordPress. I have my reasons. WordPress is user friendly and it doesn't demand too much tweaking and knowledge in ICT. An average computer user can work well with WordPress because it is user friendly. That's one thing. That's why I recommend WordPress. This is not a promotion video, but WordPress is the number one for me, followed by Blogger. If you want to begin blogging as a beginner, visit www.blogger.com. It's a nice place to begin. Or WordPress.com. It's a nice place to begin. I can vouch for them. It's a nice place to begin as a first timer in Blogger. These two. Then Typepad is another amazing platform to begin your it's another amazing platform to start blogging. Then Tumblr is another amazing platform to begin blogging. Remember, the first step is picking a niche. The second step is getting a domain name and a web hosting service. Then the third step is to choose a blogging platform. This blogging platform is simply a medium that allows you as an internet user or as a prospective blogger and others. That's all I can say for now. These sites or these platforms offers you an avenue to begin blogging. That's why it's known as blogging platforms. So that's basically all it is about. Now we are going to step 4. Very interesting. Step 4. Set the look and feel of your blog. And this is all about choosing a responsive theme, tweaking your blog, making it attractive basically. And this involves UI/UX experience/design. UI/UX designs. That's basically what step 4 is all about. Making your blog attractive to the eyes. And this involves, to an extent, you must have little knowledge in graphics design. Like I always say, you don't necessarily have to be a graphic designer before you make beautiful designs. There are websites all over the internet that makes it easy for you to make amazing design. And the number one for beginners in graphic design is Canva.com. You can go there now and get a nice logo for your website, whatever you want to do. But advisably, if you have the opportunity to learn graphics design, please learn graphics design. Please, I'm begging, learn graphics design. I know why I'm saying this, but if you don't have the patience to learn the basics there, you can visit Canva.com to get a logo, and you must have to get a theme for your blog. Some themes are free, others are premium themes, but I would advise to go for newspaper theme, which is very customized. You can switch and customize it just the way you like. Now the last but important step. Now all these steps, we will be looking at them one after the other in the practical class, which I want you all to join. What we've just done is an introductory explanation of blogging, and then laying down foundation for what we will be doing in the practical class. So to get balanced knowledge on blogging, I would advise for you to join the practical class. It is on Telegram, WhatsApp, and Zoom. Now let's go to the 5th step. Post meaningful and great content. Now this is it. Without great content, your blog is trash. You must post meaningful and great content to attract your audience, to keep them glued to your site. Because like I say, to make money, you must 1, have great content, 2, have a large audience, and then traffic comes in, because traffic is very important when it comes to blogging. So post meaningful content and great content. Let me see the steps. Now subscribe to our YouTube channel, Zogme Digi Services.